Yeah, man, moving on to season long, and I'm gonna kind of speed it up. I'm on break actually right now. I'm chilling in the parking lot, man, about to get this video popping real quick. But season long, man, season long is another monster, dude. It's a whole nother ball game, because you get one draft and we rocking with these guys the rest of the season, man. Now, of course, you can trade players, pick up people off the waiver wire. You know, you can mix and, you know, switch up your players. But the core players you get, you're going to be stuck with these guys, man. So make sure you know who you're drafting. I think that, like, straight up, that's the biggest one. You don't want to do just name value, man. Like, the biggest thing to me is NFL, out of any other sport, man, it is a team sport. So we have to really understand team schemes and what they like to do, man. Like, don't even look at the player's name on the jersey, man. He's just a piece. He's a part of a machine. He's a part of an offense or a defense, a system. So if we know what systems are good, then like that's where we find who we want to draft, man. That's where we start figuring things out. Like, for example, I went DeMarco Murray heavy in a lot of my leagues, man, because first off, I'm a Titans fan. But, you know, I set my fandom to the side. The offensive line of the Titans is really, really solid, man. I'm expecting big things from the Titans offense. So he was one of my higher picks. I didn't get him in one of my leagues. I was slick upset. But yeah, man, like we have to know teams, man. Teams and schemes is the biggest thing. You want to know, like, for fantasy purposes, you want to know what teams pass heavy and what teams like to run the ball. You want to know what teams suck, because we can find value out of these sucky teams, man. If a team is going to be down the majority of the game, you can look for a quarterback on that team, man, because he's going to be airing it out almost every week. If they're supposed to be so bad and they're supposed to be down, they'll be trailing, man. So garbage time is a real thing. We've seen it with Blake Bortles 2 years in a row. He's a top 10 quarterback, man, like the past 2 years, man. So, you know, and people will look at Blake Bortles like he's buns, which, as far as NFL football, he's not really a good quarterback. But for fantasy, season long, he is a great quarterback, man, because he puts up the numbers. Teams like reasons I don't like drafting Tom Brady, and it should be Aaron Rodgers this year. I think Aaron Rodgers will take a bit of a dip, not too much, man, but I think the Packers will be a better team. So he's not gonna have to pass the ball a ton. Like last year, they were losing a lot of games. They were trailing a lot of the time. So Aaron Rodgers had to perform. Now Tom Brady, in my opinion, excellent quarterback. I think he's the greatest of all time when it comes to NFL, man. But fantasy, the Patriots are normally going to handle their opponents, man. So they're just going to be dinking and dunking, wasting clock. That's not a great fantasy target in my opinion. Now, he is going to put up numbers because he's Tom Brady. He's one of the greats. But, you know, when it get down to like the fourth quarter, you can kiss that goodbye, man. He's not going to have to keep airing it out. So that's something to look for. What I'm trying to say is know your team scheme, man. Like, know how your players that you're drafting fit into the scheme of the team, man. That's number one. Number two, we have to work the shit out of the waiver wire, man. We have to find these players. You know, it never stops. Every week we have to be on it, man. We really do. I'm not saying, you know, drop somebody every week, but if you see like Ted Ginn, in my opinion, with Willie Snead going out, he shot up a little bit, man. I think he'll get, even though they're not playing the same position, but those targets are going to have to go somewhere. Michael Thomas is a beast, but I think Ted Ginn his value will increase, man. He'll have opportunity to see more targets, along with Kobe Fleener, man. We have to work this waiver wire. That is one of the biggest things when it comes to season long, man. I think it makes or breaks a team. If you already have a solid core, once you add these waiver wire picks, it is amazing. Like last year, I got Jordan Howard, man, early in the year off the waiver wire. and man, he allowed me to get to the playoffs, man. He was a really big deal. So have to watch out for the waiver wire. And throughout the year, man, I'll be coming out with like my waiver wire pickups for the week, let you know who I'm looking at. But yeah, that's gonna be it on the waiver wire. Yo, and the last one is gonna sound a little redundant. It's very similar to DFS. It's gonna be matchups, man. It's gonna be who you put in your lineup. There's no use in having all these good players if you don't know who to play, when to play them. You know, the first I was trying to think of an example. Well, look, you just have to understand the value of a good matchup, man. You may need to bench one of your studs, man, if he's going up against a top-notch defense. You know, and put in like like you may need to bench, you know, Dez Bryant if he's going up against, you know, the Redskins. I don't know, I said the Redskins, but if he's going up against the Redskins, or no, we'll use the Giants. The Giants, they absolutely shut Dez Bryant down last year. Both times they played. So if you got Dez Bryant going up against the Giants, and on your bench you have like we'll say like Ted Ginn going up against you know, just some buns in the secondary, man. Like, you have to be able to see the value in that play and switch your lineup accordingly, man. Don't just fall in love with your studs just because they're your studs, man. That is the fastest way to lose. That is the fastest route to taking L's, man. And the name in my league is We Don't Take L's, man. So I'm trying to put you up on game, man. You don't have to ride your starters every single week, man. Now, of course, some starters will be kind of matchup proof, but you know, I try to go for the upside, man. I want to do maximum upside when I'm building my lineup. So you know, don't be afraid to make that commitment and put one of your big dogs on the bench for a week. It'll be okay. I promise they'll still be there next week. You know, it kills me that, like, one thing that killed me last year was me not putting Tevin Coleman in my lineup, man. Like, he had a monster week after monster week after monster week, and he was on my bench, man. I couldn't bring myself to bench my, you know, my studs, and I'm learning from that. But I knew I was doing it. Like, I was conscious of it. Like, I was like, dude, Tevin Coleman probably gonna snap, man, but I just couldn't muster up the, you know, the will and the strength to you know, put some of my big dogs on the bench. But that's gonna be the last tip, man, for season long. I believe that would do it, man. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully both these videos help, man. I'm gonna have the DFS part and then the season long. So hopefully y'all enjoy these videos, man. Hit me up on Twitter at DFSMasterMind_. I hope y'all have a wonderful, lovely season, man. It's here, man. We ready. I'm looking forward to building, man, to seeing people cash out. You know, if you watching this video, I wish you nothing but the best. And if you rock with me, man, look, I have a private Facebook group, man, where I'm gonna fill it up with I got some close, you know, DFS people I play with, very knowledgeable about the game, and it's gonna be like a $5 monthly charge to get into the group. You know, if you don't want to do it, you know, it don't have to be for you. It's not for everybody. But if you want to get better, man, whether you're a newbie or whether you're seasoned, man, like it's always good to talk to other people. It's always good to talk to other people, man, to see people's ideas, see what people going with. The number one key in life, man, is just learning, man. So if you're around people who live, breathe fantasy information, like, you'll naturally step your game up, man. So I'm gonna start this chat. It's gonna be getting to the green line. I already got it. It's on Facebook. It's a private group, man. So if you interested in joining that, please hit me up. You can hit me up on Twitter, send me a DM, or you know, send me an email. all that good stuff, man. So I think that's going to do it, man. I'm kind of rambling now, but I want y'all to bless up, man. I look forward to having a wonderful, beautiful year. Yeah, man, so cash out, get to the green line in DFS. So we got to get to the green line. And then if you're playing a competitive season long, man, we get into the playoffs, man. That's first step. And then we're going to get to the green line, man, because we know there's some money on the line, and we trying to go home with that top prize, man. So until next time, y'all bless up. Have a good day, and let's get it, man. Let's get it.